Hi everyone, I'm Marla Miller from marlamiller.com presenting another quick query critique. I believe this is 98. Before I get to it, just two announcements. Had an incredible time at the Southern California Writers Conference over President's Day weekend, just last weekend, and I will be doing some blogging about that for sure. That's number one. Number two, I have a book coming out tomorrow, and you can view it or purchase it, which would be nice, at Barnes & Noble and also Amazon. And it's called The Booty Bible, and I'm a with author on this project. And my author is Alicia Marie, who is a very well-known fitness guru. And we met last year, and I was right for the project for several reasons. One was because she wanted to create a fitness book that was really for women of all ages, and Alicia is a Generation Y-er, and I'm not. And we had a wonderful time, and it's a valuable book. It's just part of her platform. She is in TV, and she travels all around the country. The fitness community knows her very well. And I think after the Booty Bible, a lot of other people are going to know her, because we really wanted it to be a book that women of really all ages who wanted to be fit or who wanted to improve their fitness could pick up and enjoy and get lots of good information, exercises as well, and lots of nutritional stuff that many women need to know in order to not just keep their booty fit, but the rest of them fit. So I pitched enough. Let's get to the query letter. But I will be telling you more about the Booty Bible and all the good news associated with it. Okay, this is a YA novel. Dear Ms. Agent, my 60,000 plus word YA novel, The Unwelcome Gift, chronicles two crucial weeks in the life of a female high school senior. Brianna's mother had hoped psychic abilities from her side of the family would die out, but Brianna's predictions about insurance scams and drug deals gone wrong convinced her mother to tell her she has likely inherited the gift from her great-grandmother. Brianna refuses to believe she is anything but logical and perceptive. She is anything but logical and perceptive and fears being a loony, fortune-telling freak. Events eventually force Brianna to admit her mother is right and her world is in ruins. Worse, failure to respect the possible dangers of the gift put Brianna in a situation where she might not come out alive. Brianna is reasonably typical. At 5'9", she hates being so tall. She thinks she's too skinny. Her German-born Roman Catholic lawyer mother picks on her too much, and the love of her life avoids a close relationship because she is the fraternal twin of his best friend. She needs her next-door neighbor, a woman older than Brianna's own mother, to be a non-judgmental substitute grandmother figure. The last thing Brianna needs is to be psychic and have everybody wondering what she knows. I'm a West Point graduate with a 30-year Army career and a short stint as a college professor behind me, both of which involved extensive technical writing. When I decided to switch to fiction, I took two courses from the Institute of Children's Literature, the first of which was with Blank. I joined Blank in 2007, Blank in 2009, and Blank in 2010. I'm active in 3 critique groups, names them. The sequel to Gift, in which Brianna solves a murder mystery, is written and has been through a professional revision process. My plan is to write a 3rd book in the series. I own the domain name, and gives a name, but won't do anything with it until I find a home for the gift. As a new author, my books and short stories have not surprisingly met with rejection from various agents and magazines. The first light at the end of the tunnel is my YA short story, The Rug, which was a finalist for Blank's 2011 Blank Literary Award. Your listing in The Writer caught my eye. Thank you for your time. Okay, sincerely. Okay, and then he says he pasted the first 5 pages. So I hope that he pasted that per an agent's request, because if an agent hasn't requested and he proceeds to send a query letter with the first 5 pages to an agent who hasn't requested it, not a good idea. All right, that aside, let's talk about The Unwelcome Gift. I like it. I definitely like it. I think that it offers probably just enough, maybe one more sentence about, you don't have to tell the ending of the story, but maybe another sentence about when Brianna does accept the fact that she has this gift, which she calls the Unwelcome Gift, which is the title of this story, of this novel, maybe a little something about that, just a little something, because this author pretty much says the last thing Brianna needs is to be psychic and have everybody wondering what she knows. Okay, I might offer another sentence there, perhaps before that sentence. And so now let's go down to the third paragraph, because as you know, we post these in the at marlamiller.com, the letters, as well as the YouTube's videos. I think that there's just a little too much information here. Do not talk about domain names. I just wouldn't do that. I would only talk about a domain name if I had it up and running and I already had people following, or I was blogging and I had some attention. And then I think that you should talk about your website. Writers are still saying in query letters, I will do this and that once an agent takes me on. And that's really old school. Agents and editors are not looking for that anymore. They're looking for authors who already have a presence on the web. So if you have a website, then you should be, the only reason why you would want to mention it here is if it's going to impress the agent, because you have been blogging about perhaps something that is similar to this, perhaps something about kids who are different, perhaps, I don't know. And maybe you've even offered the first 5 pages and you got some people on your website who just love it and want more. But otherwise, I wouldn't mention a website that you're going to launch once you get some attention for the query letter and or book. I think that there's too much information about how he's been rejected. I would get rid of all of that. I would only say that a short story, a YA short story has been published. I would definitely include that because that's about this project, okay? That's germane to this project, but all your rejections keep to yourself. Let's see. And then you don't need to talk about all of the critique groups. I wouldn't waste the words on that. I would put more into hooking the reader with this story. You can go ahead and say that book 2 is already done and that you're working on book 3 if you want. I personally tell writers, first-time writers, to hook an agent or an editor on this book and don't talk about a series. If an agent is so compelled and loves this story so much, and please keep this in mind because I think I'm giving you good advice here. If they love it so much, they're going to call you and they're going to say, or they're going to email you and say, send me the first 5 pages or send me the first 3 chapters. At that point, when you know that the agent is interested, then you say, and by the way, the second one's all done. And I'm working on an outline on the 3rd one. Then go ahead and say that. But hook them on the first one first, and here's why. Every Jane and Joe writer just about puts that in their query letters. That they are unpublished, but they've already working on that this is, it's either ideal for a series and they've got book 2 and 3 in mind, or they've started book 2, or and so agents, it's like white noise for agents because so many authors say that at the end of their query. It used to be about 5 years ago that everyone said, and I plan to market the hell out of this and get on Oprah. And that was white noise as well because everyone was saying it. So don't focus on the second book until you get the first one published or until you get the agent hooked. And then you have plenty of time to tell the agent, who will be very happy to hear that, especially if they like your project. But let's hook them on this one. Again, I think that this letter is just about ready to go. I would add a little bit more of the conflict that Brianna has in accepting the fact that she has a gift that she does not want. I hope that this helps. Until the next time, be well. Keep writing.